Well,
Yeah. Let's see.
the time of the decision is upon us. Which one of our two jailbirds do we want to talk to?
Excuse me. Both detainees are currently in question to corroborate their accounts. What was that? Mr. Stickler and Walkie, both of them? I pity the questioner.
I pity the questioner. I guess we'll be back then.
Wish I could consume the animal crackers.
Yeah, that's how you say I want something in French.
Yeah.
I wish to X. So je voudrais de manger is like I desire to eat, to consume, really. But yeah.
Well, that's what it means in English, but in French it's so much more beautiful.
Yeah.
In French we say...
means, ravioli, ravioli, give me the formioli.
No, that's Italian.
Yeah, fair.
Remember the...
What did you just throw at me? Oh.
Remember the, like, frosted animal crackers? Those are great.
We actually have frosted animal crackers downstairs right now.
I'm a little jealous. I haven't had those in, like, 2 decades.
3 decades? Honestly, do you want them? Like, I got them for my dad, and he refuses to eat them.
Not that badly. I don't want a package of them because I need a package of them, and I'm not supposed to eat stuff like that.
Fair. Well, they're the little snack pack size. I was just going to bring one with me next time we hung out.
Well, let's probably not examine because what are...
Yep.
Actually...
In Italian, you would say, io ho voglia di mangiare. I think that's how you say. Like, I desire to eat. Ho voglia di mangiare un animal.
You could work on your Italian accent a little.
Oh, it's Papa Poopy.
Better. I know. I don't know if I've talked about it on stream, but I know you know that I casually consume some Italian comedians' short form content on YouTube.
Yeah, and not sponsored.
One of my favorite things is the very rare bit where she decides to do Mario screaming. Like literally, she imitates Mario.
The Wah! That one.
No, not quite that.
Because there's a that's another one.
Maybe that's it. She does it so well, except for it sounds like if Mario was Italian. So,
which is problematic.
I mean, she's Italian. She's allowed to do that.
Mario is Italian.
Mario is Japanese. And is voiced by an American.
I mean, are they anymore? I think Kevin Afghani is he American?
He's probably in America, so yeah.
You heard it here, folks. If you live in America, you're an American.
Well, yeah. That is... I guess if you're not a citizen, then no, but like...
Listen, no, that's supportive. You're supporting the troops.
I mean, I'm Italian American. Sure, I'm a few generations in, but like... like, you could be something American.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to ask, how many generations would you say, subjectively, I'm not trying to make you speak for all ex-Americans in the universe, but like how many generations do you think before you have to stop calling yourself ex-American?
I mean, you don't have to ever call yourself. I could just call myself American because I am.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like when would it be like a faux pas for you to do so? Like, oh, I'm Italian or American. It's like you have.
I think like, there's 2 factors, and neither of them I would say is how far in with generations.
Generational.
The first factor is if you're just a mix of so many things, you can't be like I'm Italian American, but you're really just 1/16. And number 2 is if there are no longer any like cultural Italian things that have like bled down at all.
Yeah. Yeah, like
which
for example,
there's
like
definitely
is not what? Italian by culture. I mean, not Italian by blood, but is Italian by culture. So it's like, like where like the line is like weird there, right? because like he was raised Italian, like as far as like culturally, like the way that they cooked, like the values that they
Yeah, I
had,
mean,
right?
like, I grew up pasta dinner on Sunday with just pasta and bread. That's yeah. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
manja is a word I used a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the kids because it's hard to get them to eat.
Yeah.
Uh,
My favorite is a tavola. It's like sit down,
the
like
wooden
go to the table.
spoon. That's how you
Uh,
discipline.
the
Sometimes just a
punishment
shoe,
spoon.
but
Yeah, we got the chancla where I'm from. Not to
yeah,
dox myself.
we. My mom's a saint. She would never actually hit one of our kids with a spoon. It was a threat. It was just a threat.
Well,
But she
that's
had a
yeah.
specific spoon, and that was the spoon that me and my
She would always
sister.
pull that spoon out.
Yeah. If you were being like particularly like having a tantrum, it's like,
Yeah.
do you want the spoon? Do you want the wooden spoon? It shut this up because it's a threat.
Was it like a particularly violent looking spoon, or like
No,
looking at it in
it was like the
hindsight?
type of spoon just that I would use cooking, like just a wooden
Yeah, yeah,
spoon.
yeah. I don't know. Sometimes like,
No,
culturally, you'll
it
have
has nails in it.
yeah, like yeah, sure,
She
but
sets
like
it on
I'm
fire
saying,
every time.
like for example, like for us, like we had like a handmade like metal spoon that like my grandfather like literally like smithed himself like out of like raw steel. Like so like that would be like the spoon growing up that I would be like, oh that's a spoon. you
Uh,
know?
no, I can't specifically remember what the specific spoon looked like.
It was just like a regular wooden
It's a
spoon.
regular wooden spoon I use for
And it
cooking.
hurts. It hurts. Let
And
me tell you, because like it like reverberates as it's like coming in.
I
Oh
never got actually
man,
hit by it, but so I don't know.
yeah. Corporal
But
punishment was very common in my family.
I'm
So
sorry to hear that. I do not believe in
yeah.
that.
Neither
Uh,
do I, but
yeah.
oh, I've become French when I think about corporal punishment.
That's kind of a bad sign.
I can't have pepinos. I'm not allergic to pepinos. I'll cry. I'm allergic to corn. I love
Are
pepinos.
pepinos in corn? Or is corn and pepinos?
Pepinos, depending on the pepinos. The pepinos we have at home do have maltodextrin,
I, I'm
but
uh, I'm monodextrin.
mono, mono, I'm duodextrin.
I
Uh,
figured we'd buy dextrin. Or
Bidextrin. I'm
or,
pandextrin.
or ambidextrin.
Ambidextrin. Ambidextrin's my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, that's ambipom. Okay. I was like, ambi. What the heck is ambi?
Are you just so consumed by Pal World now that I gotta just come up with Pal names
No, I just
instead
never
for the
remember
bits?
ambipom exists because it's an abomination that came from an already existing abomination.
Ambipom is objectively a bad evolution. Apom is a cutie patootie goblin core, and I refuse any slander about him.
I don't like its hand. That's a towel,
I love
and
its
that's
hand.
all
That's a
that.
tail.
That's all it is.
I hate Ambipom's weird, like inflated gloves. Like my grandmother was a nurse growing up, and like
would
she would literally just give us that to play. She would
would you
inflate a glove
would you prefer that the evolution just instead of a hand, its tail's a foot?
instead of a hand. If Ambipom's
No,
tails were
no.
feet.
One tail was a hand and one tail was a foot.
No, but I would like it if the animation was its tails constantly playing rock paper scissors with each other. That'd be fun.
I do kind of now really wish that we had a biblically accurate angel Pokemon that's just like all wings and eyes and rings.
I love it. There's a biblically accurate angel Koromon in the game Koromon.
Fair. There's biblically accurate angel Digimon. And then there's just Angemon that's not that, but
Change into digital champions to save the digital world.
I mean,
it does have sausage glove fingers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like many of the Gen 4 evolutions to older Pokemon. I think they look awkward.
A little bit.
There's not Tangrowth. Tangrowth I think is fine. Mainly though in motion, I don't like its still images much.
Yeah.
There's like a couple others. Porygon Z is fine. Like,
yeah, I like Ambipom in concept, but not in design as well.
Leafeon and Glaceon, I actually think are some of the nicest looking evolutions. They suck.
I love Leafeon.
They suck competitively.
Yeah, I love Leafeon. I love Leafeon's design. It's probably if I had a Pokemon in real life, it might be Leafeon. Just because like I feel like that's like the easiest one to have to take care of because it can photosynthesize. So if I forget to feed it, it's gonna be okay.
If I had a Pokemon in real life, it'd be Yveltal. I don't have to feed it. Yeah. It just absorbs the life of everything around it.
No, yeah, we've had this conversation in real life multiple times. Like, I get it. I get the appeal of like having a really strong Pokemon in real life, but it's like that would be a hassle.
No,
and terrifying. B.
I just want to take myself and the world down. Like,
I guess so. Like, my biggest thing is like I want to be realistic about
like
my position in life. What'd I say?
I don't know. Did you slander Miss Magius? Miss Magius?
I didn't slander Miss Magius. I love Miss Magius. What did I say, Dark Jada? Oh, no, I'm concerned. Either way, we probably should go to another screen, right?
I was just examining because we've not done that in this game. The security camera is looking at me. I wonder if they tape all this. Sorry,
hi, System Malfunction. How you been?
Hey, System Malfunction. Welcome. I hope you didn't come in right as I made a weird sound.
You probably did.
A security guard. He stands here watching the room. I have no idea if he's listening to us talk. I'm not even sure he's breathing. Wait, is he dead?
Yeah.
I'm leaving as a note. I'll forget to take.
I'm saying if I forget to take care of it,
then it can photosynthesize. But that's true with like all grass Pokemon.
Yeah, that's why I would like grass Pokemon. Like any other Pokemon, literally, whenever this question comes up, almost inevitably, I'll say it's a grass Pokemon.
Listen, I want Sigilyph because I have absolutely no idea how to take care of it.
Yeah, you couldn't even take care of it if you wanted.
I'm like, I don't know. Do I feed you? How do I feed you? Do you need air? Do you need sunlight? Do you need darkness? What do I? Do you like moisture? It's just making weird sounds. I'm like, okay, you know what? You're just gonna chill over there in the corner and don't die.
Yeah, 1,000-yard stare at you as you're trying to sleep.
No, that's Esper that has the 1,000-yard stare, and I do not want that one.
Esper's cute. I like Esper.
Yeah, but it has to consciously hold its ears down, so otherwise its psychic powers are so strong it destroy everything within a mile, I think is what it says.
Yeah, that's why it has a 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, and
constantly be like,
and I don't need that type of anxiety around me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I feel I would absorb the anxious energy that it would be constantly emitting, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my worry of it accidentally destroying me, it's just the anxiety of its existence.
Yeah.
Danger baby.
Danger baby.
I think yes, came into that weird sound. Great. I'm doing okay. Yeah, a little tired, but otherwise good. Where are we going? Where did we come from? We came from Treasure Center.
Where did we go?
Where did we come from, Billy Bob Joe?
Billy Bob Joe.
I think that's the name of the character. Ace Attorney.
Billy Bob Johns.
Is it?
Yeah. Look at all those Steel Samurai mangas. Did you see that? I didn't see that originally.
Huh. I was trying to decide what manga to order next at the library to read, and I think I settled on the Ace Attorney one. So I wanted to do
found a safe with a
what?
A bullet hole in it. I thought you were talking about in your personal life. I'm like, Dark Data, what do you do to your day to day? Dark Data's reminding us the last thing we did in the game.
Yeah, I remember. I almost took out the started checking out the Persona 3 manga, but the library only has 1 through 5 volumes and there's 10, and I was like, I don't want to deal with that. Because like
I mean, you can requisition the other 5.
No, I can't. They're too old. And none of them are contained by my library anyways. They're all contained by the central library.
Yeah.
And I was going to try the Kingdom Hearts 2 one, but they only had 3 volumes out of like 10.
Yeah.
And then I almost did... there was another video game one I almost did. Oh yeah, the Zelda one. And then I got weirdly self-conscious that they're technically in the junior graphic novel section, despite the fact that the Kingdom Hearts one was, and I read that. And so then I went with the Ace Attorney one because that's just regular graphic novel section.
That's fair.
So at some point I'll do the Zelda ones, I'm sure. Was this you? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to discern the emotion that statement was made in, because it could be like, I know that face,
just
or like
read her emotional or her face.
I still don't know. So I'm gonna do my best.
I know that face.
I know.
I know that
Apollo
face.
Being oblivious.
I know that.
Well, because it could be like, oh, you figured something out, which I think is what the subtext is, right? It's like, I know that face.
I know that face.
I know that face.
I know that face. I know that face.
I know that face. That was emphasis on the period.
We're really doing bad at making progress.
We're doing great. The audience loves it. Oh my gosh! Like, I'm sorry. I upgraded my setup. I don't know if you can tell. I have like studio lighting.
Yeah.
I have a second monitor. With like, that's a 4K monitor that my brother gave to me.
Yeah.
I'm the hand-me-down queen. Like, my younger brother is constantly being like, hey, I outgrew my gaming laptop. Do you want it? And I'm like, yes. It's like, hey, I don't need this monitor anymore. Do you want it? I'm like, yes. That's how I've gotten most of my current technology, is like my younger brother being affluent enough. But with this 4K monitor, I can see that the menu in Eldoon Noodle Stand is ramen, and rice ball.
I can't. Cool.
Yeah, right? Isn't that neat? Yeah, that little gray sign is their menu, and it says ramen, rice ball.
Oh, I can see if I lean really close to the screen.
Yeah,
I also need. I need new glasses.
Monitor.
I need new glasses though. So
yeah, you were telling me. Yeah. But yeah, Outcry donated the studio lighting, so shout out to Outcry. You know.
Oh, thanks for the donation, Outcry.
I bought this mic.
Hey there, cool name. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the compliment, cool name. I hope that you really think that it's an upgrade. I seem to think so. I got this nice white background now as opposed to the blue before. This is actually a corner. I don't know if you can tell. It's like an illusion. You
think
I
don't believe in corners.
I just gotta get this 1080p camera set up so then I can have like a nicer camera.
That is a lot of P.
It's more than 3.
I prefer 1080 Avalanche, but 1080p is pretty good.
I prefer SS Stricky, to be fair.
Oh, I don't. You can't try to outrun an Avalanche in that.
You can't. Like, but Snowboard Kids 2, you can. You can outrun a snowman. It's great.
As somebody who literally was snowboarding in high school, like, snowboarding games mostly didn't interest me if they were too realistic, because I was like, I literally can just go do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I liked Avalanche, because I was like, I mean, I guess I literally could go try to ride the edge of an avalanche, but yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not.
I may be a dumb teenager that does some stupid stuff like not snowboard with a helmet, but there were still limits.
Oh god, yeah. Go back in time and make yourself wear a helmet.
Like, wouldn't have mattered. I never landed on my head, but I should have worn it anyways.
Yeah, everybody wear a helmet. I saw a little girl free climbing like a rock that was maybe like a foot off the ground, and she was wearing a helmet. And Outcry can confirm, I got very excited. I'm like, she's wearing a helmet. Nice. Safety's important.
Listen, we wanted to look cool. Nobody in the ski club wore helmets.
Yeah, no. I, as a teenager, yeah, you can't wear a helmet.
Emma, you still haven't said your line.
I read it like 7 times.
You didn't settle on which one.
That face. That's the face of someone who made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. You always gotta keep that tang on you.
Oh, I wear full chainmail.
It's full chainmail. I wear female coated armor from like anime.
So like almost
armor.
Nothing?
Yeah, I wear half a breastplate, like a metal bikini, and then for some reason like accurate greaves. Like that's the one part that they like do correctly.
And like sunglasses, they give a ton of defense.
Yeah, the sunglasses are very important. Yeah.
No, I guess if you wore the mal coated one, then you'd be wearing trunks and suntan lotion, I guess.
Yeah, just a little bit on the nose.
And that'd somehow be the highest defense.
Yeah, the highest defense. Yeah, because it's the special end game grade. Shadow Legends.
No, we're not sponsored by them. They had to pay us for that.
Not sponsored. Do not play that game unless they sponsor us.
Yeah, if you sponsor this stream, Shadow Legends, I will advertise you to my sometimes double-digit audience.
That's more than 5.
You might get a player, maybe.
They'll get me. I'll tell you that.
Next time she'll have us analyzing face prints.
Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo.
We can't. Bye.
What we? The bullet. Probably. Yeah.
Do you know what this is?
Detective Sky, I was wondering about this.
Trucy, wait.
What?
This bullet was inside the safe, right? That means the police don't know about it yet.
Oh, right. We can use that in the trial tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what evidence lies. They didn't reference that yet to me.
Minecraft eating noises.
This is weird for $4 critical mass of hair clips.
Do I have to repeat myself every time? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly.
I'm doing okay. Cool name, you?
Is she eating peanuts?
I believe they call them snackoos.
They are snackoos, right? In world. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this.
Oh, wait. This is for this is the generic. Never mind. How do I skip? I can't skip? Okay.
Ooh, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, do it quietly.
Lamp. Oh, maybe the sandals?
Maybe. Yes.
Did you find something?
Well, scientifically speaking, these are a pair of women's sandals. Pretty cute, too. We found them in the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. Say, this sandal has a toe mark.
A toe mark? You mean a toe print?
That I do. You can analyze it just like a fingerprint.
This little clue might be a real windfall. Wind Waker reference.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
That's how it's at.
Oh, yeah. Which one's da-da, 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 right? Is that what it is? Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints.
Can you inspect the lamp? Didn't it mention having paint or something? Do we not examine it?
Oh yeah, there's a little red splatcheroonie.
This cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain.
Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker.
That's ridiculous. It looks like lipstick.
It does look like lipstick. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped.
Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? Trucy, did you just lose it for a second?
She became a squidling. I used to write my name on my magic ropes. What does that have to do with anything?
The bulb is broken. It won't turn on. Don't turn it on while it's like that.
Well, it's not even connected to any power strip right now.
I still would be messing with the why would you touch the on-off switch?
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, how is it broken?
I'd more worry about accidentally turning it on and then plug it in while it's like that.
Yeah, I had to remove a live light bulb that was broken the other day. It was very scary.
Don't touch
no
that.
Way for me to turn it off.
You'll cut yourself. Yeah. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
My finger.
You're bleeding. Let me see that. Licks it. Wait.
Magic blood. Gotcha.
You bleed magic blood? Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my coworkers injuring themselves on the evidence. Okay.
I was gonna say, how can you cut your finger, Trucy, when you're wearing gloves?
Depending how thin the gloves are and how sharp something is, you probably cut yourself through gloves.
Probably, but like those, she would have had to like plus rubbed it with intent.
Plus, are they like cloth gloves? Because you can probably through that just through like holes if you're sharp.
I think Dark Data convinced me the most. Like it stabbed through. Like she tapped on it and like a little shard stabbed through and poked it.
Stabbed through the finger. Sorry, I'd already ruined it.
Stabbed through the glove, and Trucy's to blame. So we want to know whose it is.
I guess that would be too much hope for her.
She's not wearing gloves. That's her skin. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it.
Oh, what? Do I click it again? Do it again, or? No, this is the same thing. What do you mean, let's analyze it? Oh, do I just talk to you?
Maybe we can, I think if you talk to her, it'll come up as like a, you know.
No.
And, yeah. We can use the dusting if you...
The finger... Okay.
Nope. Fingerprinting analysis is a very basic of modern medicine.
Guess you could put it that way.
Oh, is she just talking?
No, I skipped through because you're kind of talking as if we... Label reads fingerprint powder in some strange language.
How do we know for sure? What if it really is a jar for something else, like jam or honey?
Why would anyone go through the trouble?
Well, so the police don't find out. That's why.
I hardly think possessing fingerprint powder is a crime.
Oh, I guess. Well, that's boring.
Jam, though. Owning jam is a crime.
Depending on where you're at, probably.
Only marmalade is legal.
No, I think like Australia have some pretty strict import laws.
No, I'm in charge now. Only marmalade is legal.
In a world where only marmalade is legal.
It's the only legal food.
One girl will risk it all.
Okay, what do you want from me, game?
This summer, Trucy writes, Tarzan, what do you want from me, game?
Did we do this?
Will she get out of this jam? They say the Maractus Clinic. Hey!
What?
The slipper. Look right here. I think I see a toe mark.
A toe mark? You think we could get a print off that?
Sure. Toes have prints just like fingers do, you know.
This little clue might be a gold mine.
Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints. So we won't know whose it is.
I guess that would be too much to hope for.
And still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it.
It's the same thing. Like, ultimately led to the same thing. What do you want from me? You're breathing into the microphone, just so you know.
Yeah, well, it's like literally right in front of my face.
Yeah, you're very loudly breathing into it.
Yeah. I just I got into the zone. I was gonna say, have you considered talking to her about checking another toe shoe print or whatever, and then maybe it'll come up as an option?
It wouldn't be checked off if there's something new. Dark data, strawberry marmalade is not technically a thing because marmalade is made out of the rinds of citrus.
Yes, it can only be citrus. I mean, you could make like orange marmalade and put strawberries in it.
Yeah, it's still orange marmalade then, just with added strawberry.
Ooh, pink lemonade marmalade.
I mean, pink lemons aren't actually a thing.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is
you got the starting food screen. Milk. I don't know why you got that suddenly. We definitely did not change scenes.
It's the heavy breathing ASMR that prompted the starting screws because I was about to hack the stream and turn it into an ASMR stream.
You would be forcibly removed from my stream. I would call security. They would show up at your house.
It's going to be all mukbangs moving forward.
That sounds disgusting. Whatever that is.
Do you really know what a mukbang is?
No.
It's eating on camera.
I said I don't want to know.
That's it. You are now cursed with that knowledge.
I didn't want to know. Really? Okay, yeah, no, I don't think we would have done this.
They chase me and make me breathe even harder. Yeah, joke's on you, ChatJV. Joke's on you.
But not into the microphone.
I'll run around with the mic. I'll hold on to it the entire time.
So we need to show one of these again. We had to show them both the sandals and the slippers and then show one of them again.
Oh, yeah, that'd be... I mean, we probably would have brute forced it eventually. Being like, well, I don't know what else to do. Oh, we found them in the Maractus Clinic, hey.
This is all the same dialogue. This is the same dialogue.
Oh, there's no problem. You can't get them. I don't know who it is. I guess that would be too much help hard. Still, it might be useful somehow.
What? It said present... Oh, no, That's not... Okay, no. We need to click the toe prints and then go show them... Oh, my God.
Hey, Apollo, I think this is...
Huh, this could be a toe print. What?
Oh, this game.
Why?
We've established that it's a toe print in 5 different occasions, and we're still acting like it's the first time we established that it's a toe print. Maybe we can get a print out of this. Let's try it out. They're not even going to put the toe. We're just... They really didn't want to put a PNG on top of another PNG.
Listen... Do you want to see the toes? It's not even the toe anyways. It's the print.
It's a foot stank. We can sell it. Sell it online. For free?
Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? I mean, it was literally where the big toe would be.
A big toe, you say? Mm. But wait, I mean, is it great? We got a print, but is there such a thing as a list of toe prints?
Yeah, if you know the right website. I mean, oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to us.
Oh, you dealt psychic damage.
Which means we can't match this print.
It seems like a good time to ask the detective's advice.
Yeah, good idea. No, God, gotta get in there.
Look at them puppies. Mm-hmm.
I wonder, could this be a print?
Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print? Good call, Apollo.
I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence.
Be a vital piece of evidence.
That's what I said.
You owe me a burger.
I don't believe in the rules of Jinx.
You wouldn't.
Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe?
Wow. I feel like the case is solved already.
What was next? We have to match the print, right?
Right, let's match it. Wait. The detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo.
Oh, good point.
Maybe we should ask her, get some expert advice?
Are you saying Emma is an expert on feet?
Hey, Emma! I heard you're into toes.
I guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. That's more of my field.
I guess so. Now we gotta present them again.
Here, have you ever seen a foot?
Have you ever had a dream? The slippers. That's quite clearly a print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course.
You just cut off people's toes.
Listen, that's too relevant.
I don't want to know how that's relevant. Okay, there is what?
Yeah, my dad got his toe
amputated. Oh, that. Yeah. I mean, not for the science.
I mean, kinda. Medicine is a science.
Yeah, but you're not doing science when you do, like, doing science. A medical procedure isn't doing science; it's applying science.
Yeah, I asked his doctor if I could keep the amputated toe.
Ew! I don't want to know.
She looked at me literally like you're thinking about looking at me right now. She was like,
"Can we just move on? We have another line here."
I can eat as a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance.
Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person?
I got one right here.
I think I just might, actually.
Really?
I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare the sample with this other print?
The panties.
Oh crap! Which one did I show her? I think I showed her the sandals.
So you gotta do the. You do the flip flops.
Neither of these are flip flops. The sandals? Do you mean?
I think you need to do sandals.
I did the slippers already.
I think you did slippers. I think you need to do sandals.
This pair of sandals, toe print and all.
Ooh, the print of this is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy.
Can you analyze it for us?
Of course. Hang on. Bingo. Gosh, I'm good.
Hey, we were the ones who found the prints.
If I had a nickel, every shoe I had with a toe print, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Oh, I lost the voice towards the end there. I was doing pretty good at the beginning though. I got you in the first half. You can't lie to me. A perfect match.
Sure you did.
The same person wore these sandals and slippers. Listen, you keep talking about my impressions, and I'll let everyone know my beautiful Shrek impression. They'll know.
You just did your Shrek impression. I was afraid of that.
Donkey! Betty the donkey!
No, they have to use alliteration. It'd be like Daryl the donkey.
Daryl?
Daryl the donkey!
All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know?
I can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer. Get it?
Because feet?
To the truth. To the toth. No, that didn't work.
That was a C-rated joke.
A T-rated joke. T for toe.
T for toe. This game is rated T for toe.
In a world.
Where toes. That's it. That's the world.
And Earls. And sometimes jams.
Except when it's marmalade. Oh, I got Steve.
Finger, marmalade, and Steve. I don't know.
It's Earl, the opposite of Steve. I would have thought like Baron or something, or like Dame.
I mean, have you ever met someone whose first and middle names are Earl and Steve? You can't have those two names. They're incompatible.
Have you ever had a dream that
Wait, what did I... Oh, okay, here we go. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back, and Daddy's...
Gross.
Oh, you again? Listen,
Not
don't
shaming, but I'm
don't shame my what is it, Daddy Don little girl relationship with Talia. I don't remember her name.
Wacky in a world. Alita.
Even though I'm younger than her.
Mr. Kitaki will see you now.
Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, now I'm all the funk and it's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up, I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Keep the funk to yourself. Guilty verdict. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges.
But what if you're found guilty of murder?
Hey, it's all experience. You feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor.
Shorty.
They don't give the death penalty, do they? I mean, canonically, exclusively.
I was gonna say, yeah, right? Like, I feel like every single case we've talked about, like, we never see them again.
No, I think they, in the first game, said that that it's capital punishment is what they do for everything, so. I know Great Ace Attorney, they were explicit about it, that it was the gallows. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Oops. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointed, that's what he is.
I heard he wants to leave the mob.
Over my dead body. Yeah, well, about that, Wacky. I spent my life trying to keep it real, being OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. Yeah, I get out of this clink. That's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Yeah, I'm fucking the first day I'm out.
First day I'm out, I'm gonna...
No condom.
No condom. Going in raw. In a world.
Going in, not coming out till the baby's attached.
No! Gross! Gross! Not coming out until the baby's attached?
It's called fishing.
Have you heard the things that come out of your mouth?
Out of his mouth? I'm not listening to him when he talks.
You just get possessed by the spirit of Walkie Kitaki.
No, I'm just literally a walkie-talkie. He's speaking through me.
That's fair. Wow. He's a little freak. Oh my god. Not coming out until the baby's attached. Those were words that came out of your mouth.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah, that is gross! That is gross!
Okay, come on. Please don't talk as though you... Yeah, but you won't stop reacting.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Please don't talk to us as though it's assumed you're going to jail, for my sake.
Yeah, he is going to jail for someone else, tell you that. Wow.
Are we showing him anything?
It's too freaking. The sandals. The sandals.
Oh, sorry. Oh, this is something anyways. Oh, what's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Wacky, it's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing, I'll live long, right?
I don't think he gets it, Apollo.
Ah, take a closer look, here in particular. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh, you lawyers do your homework.
So, you met Miss Tiala when you...
Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so... Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. What did you say? Show him the sandals?
Yeah.
Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Oh yeah, those are my sandals. Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. The killer, I mean. Oh, crap.
For Miss Tiala?
Yeah, birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad, so cute, man.
Gross. Get this Chaka Conroy wannabe out of here. So these sandals are hers.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Like her mad little feet. Hey there, Keyblade. Yeah, we don't. I have no control over what comes out of Inheritance's mouth.
We don't talk about Conroy. No.
Okay. That means the slippers were also worn by her, logically.
Yeah.
It
was my wedding day.
Talk. Let's talkie Kataki to walkie Kataki.
Whoa, you okay?
About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. But they came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks.
The Maractus Clinic?
That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow, so I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said?
What'd she say?
Come on, give it some thought. She's real quiet like on the down low, know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you marry me. So, that was the proposal? You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we're out of there. See you later, bye!
The OP.
About that op. Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me.
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said.
Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying?
What's the point of living healthy? But you didn't learn about the bullet at the checkup?
Yeah. That's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I'd keep that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, have you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets the idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Is that it? At all? I kind of want to show him the bullet. I guess we could try. That's not what I meant to do. Man, that is so far off the hook. It's off the chain, G. He seemed preoccupied with something else. Wonder how my Alita's doing. Man, I miss her. And her cute little feet.
Gross.
Where are we dropping? Hickfield? Where do we go now?
I don't know. I feel like we have all the information we need, to be honest.
I mean, you can't just end A.
I wish we could.
Oh. New.
Mr. Eltoon, we've been looking all over for you. Oh, this is me.
This is you, yeah.
What's the matter, Trucidal? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still. I know, by definition he's not.
Sniffle.
Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay?
I'm just so happy. I thought my doctor days were done for good.
No, they're pretty gone. Mr. Eldoon. Mr. Noodle Man, we found... I'm never finishing that. But good dark data.
Mr. Noodleman.
How did you know that's my secret ingredient for why my noodles are so salty?
Feet? Is that what you're saying? Feet is a secret ingredient?
Oh, I didn't say that. Mr. Eldoon said that. What is... We're supposed to show him something? I assume we're supposed to show him something.
The X-ray.
The X-ray? Oh yeah, I guess they did say he is still a doctor. Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this?
A medical chop. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics.
Why does it silence Mr. Eldoon?
What's going on here?
That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client.
He's on trial on suspicion of murder.
On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD.
You mean those things in Advance Wars?
Sorry, my dog twitched, and I thought that was
Twitch.
something on, but I think it was just a dream. ABD?
All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates, and someone's about to answer.
Inheritance. With your extensive medical background, is ABD an actual term?
I don't think so.
Ah, okay.
There's a lot of terms that we use in the medical field, but like, I see acute behavioral disturbance.
That's not what he said. He said all but dead.
Yeah.
Which sounds very jargon to say, all but dead. Like,
Yeah.
nobody else understands
also,
that.
You really would use it for the abdomen. Like, that's the most common version. I've seen that a lot.
Oh, they just call it the abd?
Yeah. Like, if so, like, oh, laceration on the left ABD. And
The left abd.
Left side of the ABD or whatever. Yeah.
Can you tell us why?
Oh, it's a wig!
That's disgusting. He actually has hair he was rubbing on the noodles all over that he was eating.
Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up now good, son.
No way. That's like he's a completely different person.
I really don't. We never got this far because I didn't.
No, I don't think we got this far.
Yeah, I don't remember him having actual hair.
I don't think we got in the safe either, so.
Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fella is not doing so well. He's got a bullet right up the side of his heart.
That's right.
Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet is stuck in there.
Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it?
Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on.
I feel like we already knew all this.
What?
That bullet is snug as a bug next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your everyday doctor be going to fiddle with.
You mean?
It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
Oh, Trucy, you should get it out of there.
Trusino.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
Well, it's time for you to level up.
Of course, with the heart pumping, the lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him about another half a year tops.
Is that how it would work?
Yeah, that's true. If you have like a foreign body in your body will move it around.
And it'll eventually be lethal?
Well, it depends on, where it is, yeah, because if it could, like, theoretically, like, if it gets close enough to, like, one of the chambers in your heart, like, it can cause fibrillation, right, because it's, like, blocking it from pumping correctly. It can, if it's, like, sharp enough, it could theoretically slowly cut it, and, like, even a small cut can lead to internal hemorrhaging.
Yeah, I didn't think it looked sharp.
It can...
But... Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of different things. They could, like, poison your bloodstream as the metal starts to, like, decay inside your body. There's a lot of issues with keeping bullets in bodies.
Well, that changes my plan on where I was going to keep my bullets.
Definitely don't keep them inside you, that's for sure.
I'll just keep them for my Valentine. But Waukie's operation was already a half year ago. What?
Bullet for my Valentine songs. I'd do a little blurb of one, but I don't.
That's what I'm saying. You're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table.
Great. Just great. Why? Isn't that a ground to, like, stop the trial?
I think so, yeah. Like, he's not fit to stand trial because he's literally about to die unless he gets surgery done. That's a reason to not continue a trial. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could you just leave that bullet in there?
Oh, I got a pretty good idea how he fell. An emergency operation. He's got a kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucidal. Cold despair.
Despair?
About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in a situation to go admit and couldn't take it out.
The Katakis.
You bet. This kid's the only son out here. So he skips the operation and Waukie's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his eye hemorrhages and he drops cold.
How awful. How baby.
And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus.
Boy. Give me a second. Oh. Yeah, it's a good girl. Oh, the baby. I love you.
Oh, okay. What? He's got enough ties to them. He'd probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible. He left Waukie to die.
There's a darkness in this world, Trucidal. Waiting. Hungry.
Handsome?
Compared to it, these gang turf wars are little kid games.
Did someone say turf wars?
When you're up against real evil. Well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Alden? You could operate on Waukie, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So lucky.
He's real lucky to be alive even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
I haven't had any lines in a while. They're really starting to bug me.
I want to contribute to this conversation.
This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala.
That's right. This operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Waki's condition, guaranteed.
Ah.
Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking, Apollo?
What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? To be continued. I don't like the to be continued font.
This is sad. Stop being sad, says Dark Data.
Well, we should read it in happier tones.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
I mean, that's not bad, honestly.
Yeah, that went to bed early. Dang.
I know, right?
What time did you wake up?
3 a.m. Relatable.
Relatable, yeah.
That's only 2 hours, Apollo.
Don't worry, it was REM sleep.
Yeah. I'm so sleep deprived that any amount of sleep immediately constitutes as REM. That's a thing. That is a thing.
I exist, I know.
Yeah.
But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Yeah, I was looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Oh.
Yeah. Don't get any sleep.
Phoenix, you okay? Mr. Wright.
I was going out of my...
Sorry about that. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow, that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seems almost fun.
Paul's awake on a wing and a prayer. I mean, sometimes you surprisingly can be very alert with almost no sleep.
Yeah, I mean, for context, I went to bed at like 5 a.m. Long story, and I was up by 8, and I've been up this entire time.
Oh God!
I mean, I'm not like gonna be in court today, so, but like I'm streaming, so it's practically the same thing.
Probably more intense.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin Witness is today?
Take a guess. How about Lil Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? No. Guess again.
Mr. Wright, I feel like that was offensive.
It really was. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you should find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trissy.
Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. I think they're closer than that.
That's gross. That's gross. That's gross. Abort. Abort. Abort that.
So, Mr. Wright, Do you know who the prosecution witness is?
Oh, is it? Is actually something going on? It's frozen on my end, I guess.
Oh.
If there was more text.
Uh-oh. I can try refreshing.
I could try
Wait.
something on my end.
Do that. And... Oops. How about now?
Well, I gotta close the current instance of the stream and open it again. Give me a seckie. Give me a seckie.
A seckie.
Yeah. Alita Tiala, your client's fiance.
She's going to be a witness?
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to.
Something's going down today, that much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
That's problematic. Just anyone, like... Just pulls out the hash-slinging slasher and...
The mash flinging. The slash binging.
The mass... singing.
The mass destruction. Oh, yeah.
He's teaching Trucy to say these things. Her dad, I guess. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kataki. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house.
Very well. To recap, well, yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party.
Guilty of panty snatching.
We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant.
Correct, there, Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside.
Have a good night, Dark Data. Thanks for hanging out.
Good night.
Oh, I need to drink water. The outside?
The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed.
His betrothed?
His betrothed. His fiancée, Judge, his partner for life, with no chance for parole.
Very well, you may show the, lucky lady to the stand.
Your name and occupation, Fräulein.
Alita Tiala. Occupation is future wife. A trad woman. I respect that. God, Judge, this is problematic.
Problematic indeed.
Even without using modern terminology. Too many brides these days. Can't even weave baskets blindfolded. Underwater.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're here today. You're here today as a witness for the prosecution. To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first. But I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty. Another admirable trait. Are you single?
Fräulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Walkie Kataki, confessed his plans?
His plans for murder.
I think there's a question mark there.
His plans for murder.
That still didn't sound like a question. Yes. For murder?
Trying to be cool about it.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court. It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then?
Yes, with regard to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms.
And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it?
Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that?
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. I think we call them ballistic markings in every other game, but sure.
Rifling marks.
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprints left on every bullet it fires.
And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Okay. That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Waki looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest.
So you were there at the time? Yes. Poor Waki. That must have been, quite frightening. He was furious. He ripped his report up to shreds.
Incidentally, I've had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaints.
They're complaining now. Waki's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, the little bit of instability is so cute. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. I mean, she also kind of sounds like a psychopath there. So is it easy to take a pistol out from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Waki's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a little too special, Ja.
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. What? What do you mean made out of chewing gum? What?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets
Chewing gum?
and danger.
Oh, did you hydrate, by the way? I don't know
Yeah, I
if you saw
did.
that.
Yeah, I hydrated. The point here being that Waki had access to a pistol. And you already know what happened that night. What happened? Meaning the mortar. I tried to stop him, I really did. But Waki wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seemed.
The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. Okay, I won't. How can you say that for certain? How? Ah.
forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fräulein.
You really ruined this sprite for me.
Yeah, I don't wanna even acknowledge it anymore. It's bad. It's bad.
It was the defendant, Wookie, was it? Who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now.
I suppose we do.
So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah?
That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? Could someone else have?
Could someone else have? I guess I haven't really put much thought into it. I mean, obviously, I think someone could.
Do you say it had to be Wookie, or do you say there was another?
But they're probably going to ask us who it could have been, right? So...
Obviously, Dr. Hickfield.
Obviously, Dr. Hickfield.
I mean, listen, if nobody else objects, I'm fine with pinning this all on Dr. Hickfield. Just saying.
I mean, Dr. Hickfield is a weirdo.
It's doing the world a service. We have to pin him for something. He's been getting away with this for way too long.
I mean, it could have been Alita herself.
I mean, we found her sandals at the scene. With her toe prints.
Exactly. So yeah, but like that seems pretty on the nose very quickly. Well, yeah, and there was another, and it's her.
Based on her testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol.
What's this?
Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was.
Alita? Tiala?
Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You're quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. Mortar, sorry. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this...
It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate on murder. I'd hope you did more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim? We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connections are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
Well, obviously, otherwise the bullet wouldn't have been stuck into it still. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness and Miss Tiala and the victim. That's easy, right?
Yeah, the sandals, right?
I think it's easier than that. The chart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because she was a nurse. Duh.
That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Her warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't. Now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. That's not how it works. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all, and...
What?
No matter.
Objection. There's no connection now. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. He probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remain connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic.
Now the flip-flops?
The slippers are those what you're calling flip-flops?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure when you say flip-flops, because like these are sandals, which are flip-flops or sandals.
I would call those heels.
I mean, this straight up calls them sandals. Heels can be sandals.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I would call those sandals, and I would call those flip-flops.
I wouldn't call slippers flip-flops, but okay.
Because they go flip-flop when you walk on them. Flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop.
Every shoe does if they're loose.
Yeah, the sandals aren't the sandals aren't loose. They have straps on the ankle.
Well, these are good.
Hey, Forehead, this chair that you think you found, it doesn't lead to the truth. Not to a long career, nor to a long career in the legal profession, yeah?
Gee, thanks.
Perhaps you would allow me to do the honors.
Why not? It might be nice for a change.
Most excellent. Let's rock!
I'll take the usual penalty next time, thanks.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Try again. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic.
It wasn't that.
The sandals?
I'm afraid to just click stuff without...
The sandals?
Oh, they were found in the foyer.
Yeah.
These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. I haven't previously submitted them to the police station, so they don't follow evidence law, but I'm hoping you'll take them anyways. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry for lying, but your act isn't working. Now, your moment of hesitation will cost you now.
Well, what's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toe leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I'll never forget to show your true colors. Never forget to question destiny. Sorry.
What are you quoting?
The best song from Persona 5 Strikers? Counter-Strike?
Nope.
I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back in the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals are found at the entrance of the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus clinic that day?
I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor was always a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. Why are you friends with your employer?
By mistake, you mean?
You can be friends with your employer.
I don't think it's healthy.
The mistake we heard about from the defendant. The botched operation.
He's a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
That does make sense.
Yes, but there's still one thing that which does not.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home.
I would have worn those sandals home too, and I would have rocked them, to be honest.
So why were the sandals left behind?
You pointed out the contradiction before me.
I mean, that means you're working together. That's fine.
There probably is a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiela?
I mean, it means Clavier's actually doing his job, unlike most prosecutors we deal with.
Yeah.
Where their job is the one to establish the truth, not the defense attorneys.
Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals that were there, which you wore home by mistake?
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, ja, forehead?
Oh, what the? No fair! He's using the Chaos Emerald to warp. I mean, he's filling the holes in her testimony. Actually, I could have made a much worse joke with the filling emeralds thing, so...
Yeah, I don't want you to make any jokes about filling her holes.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. I'm just establishing that.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year? Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss he made friends with. Even though I just called him an old friend earlier.
I was gonna say, I thought you should literally just describe him as a friend.
Exactly!
So why did he go to the clinic that day?
Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in. Yeah, I went to the office even though no one was in to warn him. What? This doesn't make sense.
That girl's excuses are getting flimsier and flimsier by the second.
The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by the mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he'd run away for sure. Knowing the doctor... the timid man... You mean that act of malpractice on Waki, correct? If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course, if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier. Smile. She was smiling when she said that.
A disturbing thought.
We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him. Why else would I have gone? Not hiding any dark secrets. No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it, too. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. But then you'd be portraying Waki, wouldn't you? No, I did it for him. For us!
She went to warn him so that his fiancé would have not come to commit such a crime, yeah?
I didn't want them to take my Waki away. And now I'm testifying so they'll take my Waki away. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic. And fast. Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Okay, so did you notice anything?
We're supposed to start seeing ticks, right?
What do you mean?
Like is that like a gameplay mechanic now? That like
it has
bracelet gets tight or whatever.
It has been a thing, but the bracelet I think that automatically happens, and the button up top doesn't gets like it's grayed out, so there's no tick.
Yeah.
And it's grayed out for all these statements. So.
I mean, she is hiding a secret, right?
What?
That she knew, like in the fourth statement. She's like, "Why else would I got? I'm not hiding any dark secrets." She knew about that the surgery was a failure and that the kid was gonna die.
What do we show?
The
chart? Because he's showing the chart.
Yeah, I think it's a chart.
Okay. I was like, they already looked at the chart. I feel like I shouldn't have needed to point that out, but okay.
Listen, that's what made sense to me.
This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you?
Mind filling me in?
Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away.
Bad doctor.
And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation.
Interesting.
You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice. You're bold for a novice. What?
Yeah. I wasn't trying to read over you. I like the line.
You're bold for a novice. I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Too bad, little attorney.
Oh.
Whoa! I can see in negatives. My bracelet's reacting again.
What is it, Apollo?
I felt my bracelet tighten just now.
Your bracelet?
Just like yesterday, like you said.
Is that me?
Yeah.
When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habits gets them away. But I can't sense anything, Apollo.
Eh? And what's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Literally after having done it.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Well, then what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses.
It's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. You might say it's my secret ring. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart? We haven't saved recently. Just in case we completely botched this, because these sometimes are kind of weird. Oh, I didn't mean to... But your signature was on the chart. So what does that have to do with this case? If there's something in that chart to make me look bad, I would have dealt with it. The only one responsible for that chart is the presiding doctor, Dr. Maractus. She's hiding something, I can smell it. I bet she got a habit that gives it away. I just have to focus to find her nervous habit. Maybe it's time to give my bracelet a rub.
Rub. To go back. Rub the bracelet.
What is it? What's that one? Ah, it's in my eye! I can no longer hear or see anything.
Why would I go to the clinic now?
Her hand's gonna like...
Does she repeat it? Here. Oh my gosh! I thought it said piss. Oh yeah. That was it. That was it.
Where?
She twists her ring. She twisted her ring. When she said,
"Oh, I gotta wait till
clinic now."
Here again.
Look. See? That's clever. That's like a little tiny little thing.
Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. I'm going to tell you now so you don't do it again. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now. That's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of her past. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Eh? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. Got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow. With evidence.
With evidence.
Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Trucy's panties.
Keep going. That one.
Checkup report.
Metallic object found near the heart from the updated report that was filed recently.
You think it was that?
Yeah.
A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was the first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew that what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. when the chart came back to haunt you. Eee! That's all, Your Honor.
What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying?
I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead.
My forehead did what?
Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems.
That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. That's what she said.
Whoa.
If the Katakis got a hold of the chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it.
Order.
I did it. I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't sense it at all. Daddy was right about you.
Wait.
Miss Tiala?
It's true. That chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about walking and went home.
It appears this course examination is far from over.
What?
She hid the truth from us. This is clear. Yet, it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination.
A bit
Grr,
more.
I was so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning? Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kataki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Bring it on! Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday right here in this courtroom.
Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir.
After which, I carried you back to your to your regular chambers.
Wait, he carried the judge?
Listen, I'm sure the judge was infatuated.
Just like bride style, just carried it back.
Yeah, that's how I pictured it. Because otherwise, what is fireman's carry? I mean, that's still pretty hot, honestly.
What's that? Is that like over the shoulder?
Yeah. I mean, it's hot in a different way.
I guess.
Sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened at Dr. Maractus' office that day, huh?
But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know. But we can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him. Oh,
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
This is the same line as before, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it's a new statement, right? The very last one. Nothing happened.
Okay.
Present.
Do you know?
Yeah. The bullet.
The one that was in the safe?
Yeah, something definitely happened. Look, there was a fresh bullet in the safe.
Fresh?
Yeah.
It was just picked off the bullet tree.
Straight off the vine.
I love them fresh off the vine. I like to press them and make wine.
Bullet wine.
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually.
You know you're winning when the person is just being nasty.
This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe.
Inside the safe?
I guess the police didn't check that far.
But there is a problem. You tampered with evidence. It's not admissible in court, doctor. Or a forehead, in this case. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves the firearm was discharged in the office on the day of the murder. Discharged.
Not bad, forehead.
Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately.
"30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position.
Oh, missionary, sir. I mean, the bullet in that safe proves one fact.
Whoa! Apollo!
I'm vanilla. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe, which contained the top secret chart. I have all this written down ahead of time because I'm reading it from a paper.
Do you think someone is threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe?
Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala.
Whoa. Whisper.
Order, order, order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness?
Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kitaki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and the bullet finally reached its destination?
What?
That reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money, a fortune, if you will.
Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune.
You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Oh yeah, that's so gangster. Lawsuits.
So gangster.
Huh, me? Yeah, you said it. You said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too in that park. Waki. Just cool down for a second, please. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll... I thought he was at the stand.
Miss Tiala.
I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Waki. wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby? The signature on the chart, the engagement? I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita!
Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fräulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So the family fortune is what you're really after?
That's right, I wanted the money.
No way, that's whack! I ain't trying to hear that!
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me?
Accuse. I'm not committing a crime.
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. Definitely was that silly brat.
Wait, but...
What are you talking about?
Trucy?
You had the most to lose if that chart was found.
But I didn't have a pistol, now did I?
Well, you could have taken walkies.
You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is it was me, I shot him.
That's only because he's trying to protect you.
Sorry to include this in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly the Fräulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh. You see? The chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Ah!
He's right.
He is right.
Miss Tiala.
Yes?
It is clear as court that you are not a very good fiancé. I'd actually like to withdraw my interest in you. You're pretty bad.
Withdraw my interest.
You're a pretty bad trad wife.
Oof.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. I want to know everything about you. Just for the case, of course.
Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime.
Why'd you remind her of that? Just, like, if she forgot about that and just made some complete BS up right now, that'd actually benefit you.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
You went back later?
That chart was dangerous, you understand? I need to get rid of it, that's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. Noisy feet with all the cops all over the place.
Ah, that was you?
Ah, Apollo! That sound! It came from behind this door.
Someone's in there. A break-in. They left through that window. What?
I said someone's in there.
Ah. So you were the burglar.
The burger.
That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing. I'm brazen at that.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you say that like you didn't just admit to a crime that you will get tried for later. Like, well, this trial isn't for trespassing, so like I can admit to any crime here. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's not how crimes work.
You can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know.
In any case, Mr. Justice, or cross-examination.
Committing a little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Speak to the clinic, speak to the doctor. Why that day? That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry.
But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was the park.
I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah?
Kinda thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually. I love sloppy seconds.
No.
That's all I get.
That's sad.
I'm vanilla. Later.
I don't think sloppy seconds are vanilla.
No,
like
but
that's
it's hard to get first dibs when you're vanilla. When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way.
But why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it.
Because he's a coward. That chart was his insurance.
Insurance?
My signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him. But it didn't stop me from killing him. I mean... But you could have stolen it. Could have? Is this some new definition of proof? We'll ask Walkie, he'll tell us.
Might I remind you that this is a cross-examination? You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself.
He's right, isn't he? Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. Back. Yeah, but what? You have nothing to say? This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point of dragging it out any further? The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the empty wound was in the right temple.
Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look, and was shot.
That testimony is proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime. Did you forget literally the entire previous day of course, Judge? Of case?
Listen, apparently.
But he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shot it from this location, the bullet couldn't have hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast.
What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
Just a single glass.
What?
Just a single glass of milk.
I guess. I mean, it has some, like, protein or something in it, I guess.
Yeah.
There's some fat.
It's just, I feel like having, like, as somebody who has liquids for breakfast, I guess I'm just, like, lying for content. Because I do. Like, my breakfast is usually a protein shake. But I was going to say, like, it just feels weird to just have liquid for breakfast. I feel like you're just going to be hungry, like, really quickly.
I mean, I feel like people have coffee for breakfast. They just get a Starbucks drink, and that's their breakfast.
Well, yeah. I mean, and literally...
And that's even worse. That's like just having liquid drugs for breakfast.
Yeah. Liquid drugs. But yeah, I literally drink a shake for breakfast myself every day. So I guess I'm just, again... just lying for content.
You have soup every morning for breakfast.
I have a shake, a smoothie.
Yeah, soup.
A peanut butter smoothie.
Yeah, soup.
Schmiggity smoothie. I don't want a smoothie.
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Then why don't you show us, Arrowhead?
Show you what?
No, Must I explain everything? Very well. Let's recap. If the witness panties guy was standing to the north...
That's my favorite Marvel superhero.
Panties guy.
He has the power to move panties with his mind? Never mind, he's a villain, I guess.
Then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the shooter shoot the victim? Did the killer shoot the victim?
But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple?
Ha 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 ha! I merely laid out the fact for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us.
My shiny forehead and me.
Shiny forehead, shiny forehead. That's oh, if you can, that is. I thought that was your line.
Waki Kataku
I was looking at it. And I was like,
look
wait.
At the text.
Is this me? Yeah, I need to look at the...
Waki Kataki was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Stickler at the witness mark. And of course, Pal Maractus was at the victim mark.
Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim?
Someplace else. Duh.
As
that's
the facts,
the whole point.
As facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Like, there's no other locations. Those are the only 3 places that a person can stand.
Only 3 places, the entire universe.
Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Hey, wait a minute! The health bar came up and everything, and he interrupted.
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes.
Eh?
Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they're a little bit more terrifying?
Whoa.
Like so.
Hey, did you just change the HUD?
He just affected the HUD.
Double penalty.
Even the judge is like, excuse me? Excuse me? I didn't approve this.
But this confirms they're aware of it, because otherwise how would he know that it's a double penalty?
Yeah, at least Clavier and the judge, for sure. If O'Hare wishes to take us in a new direction, then he must be ready for the challenges ahead.
Challenge accepted. It's justice time.
Cringe. Are you sure, Apollo?
The key is a witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. Killer shot the victim from here.
Inside the noodle cart.
I can't save here. In the noodle cart?
It would have to be, right? Because that's what they're saying. Like, if it was shot in the right temple, that's literally the only place that somebody could shoot from.
Unless it was like here and it pierced the whole noodle cart.
But there would be a bullet. Like, people would have been like, yeah, there's a bullet went through here.
I mean, did we look at it at that angle?
Yeah, we literally did.
Maybe it phased. Maybe it phased through the noodle stand.
Oh, it's like Samus Aran. It's an face beam level.
It's an anti-human bullet that only affects humans.
Ugh. The technology's not quite there.
Who knows? This is in the future. This is in what, 2025? Maybe next year. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. What? What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time we were prepared. We knew that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple.
Oh no! He died?
Oh yes!
People die when they're killed.
What direction was his right temple facing at the moment?
Wait, this is a murder trial? I thought he was just somebody stole his wallet.
Yeah, we haven't even spoken about that, right? Like, whose wallet? Like, Phoenix's wallet, right? Is that what it is?
What?
There's a multitude of crimes. Phoenix was hit by a car. Guy Aldoon's noodle stand was stolen. And then Maractus was murdered, right? Those are
and multiple people had panties stolen.
Oh, yeah, and the panty snatching. I forgot about the panty snatching.
Yeah. That's how it started.
Okay. Yeah, no wallets involved, just panties.
As far as I'm aware. But, I mean, Trucy's panties might have her wallet in them.
Gross.
No, the point is she pulls stuff out of them. They're magic panties. That's right, toward the noodle stand.
Order. So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Yep.
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You said the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, reeling his own murder in the cart behind him.
It's really convenient.
Yeah, no, like, have I not picked it up?
He was going on a picnic. BYOM, bring your own murderer.
No, like this is my theory. I don't know if it's true, but it literally can't make sense otherwise. He moved the noodle cart to hide Alita in the thing, and then Alita was supposed to shoot through the stand to kill Kataki, but because he turned at the last second, that's why he got shot.
Okay, interesting.
I think that's because like that was the whole thing. Like if they were married, then she would get all the stuff, and then he wouldn't have to deal with like the malpractice.
But he was gonna die any day, anyways. Why would they bother?
Because they didn't. Because they didn't want them. Because it was the bullet. They didn't want. Like if he had died from the bullet, then they would have been like, "Oh, Maractus never actually performed surgery on my son."
They've already kind of covered that, though. They said that if anything happened with the bullet, that he'd be taken to Maractus Clinic because that's the doctor they have to deal with, and Maractus was just going to lie about the cause of death. They said that earlier.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that's my theory. My running theory.
Your game theory. Okay.
Listen, he retired, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, so now it's public domain.
Is it really? Immediately?
I
was gonna say, is that how public domain works? As soon as one person stops doing the thing, it's up for grabs.
Listen, if nobody knows actually how public domain works, then you just grab it in the chaos.
Just grab it in the chaos.
That's our new catchphrase now. It was theirs. Now it's ours.
Chaos control.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you're pulling someone along. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand.
Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand?
Well, too bad. That's very funny.
Do we have proof somebody was in the stand?
Yeah, it's the flip-flops.
Were they...
The slippers, sorry, you keep telling me to
No,
say
where were they found? I thought they were near the stand.
They were in the garbage, and they had paint on them. The paint was spilled the night of the murder.
Okay. Well, I've got it. I've got it right here.
Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand.
Your Honor, I have more illegal evidence.
Yeah, right.
The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers are found in the trash can near the crime scene.
And?
A single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found on the left slipper. How'd you get my toe print?
Gross.
Well, I mean, logically, wouldn't you think, like, how do they have my toe print?
Yeah.
In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand.
So, it's getting real chunky over here.
Yet there was one slipper mark found at the scene.
No, it just does that sometimes. It gets real chunky. Well, and now it... Yep, give me a second. I can fix it on my end. I've come to learn at least this.
Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand.
That's not what it says.
Yeah, okay. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Yet you still cannot say that this is a footprint, ja?
Why not?
You have an impression left by a single slipper.
Oh, my nose is itchy. Give me a second.
What if that was on the sand and simply fell to the ground?
That's just dumb. Wow.
I mean, he's not wrong. That is just dumb. Like this is the rare prosecutor saying something stupid. Normally it's us that say the stupid.
Yeah.
This is the prosecutor saying the stupid.
One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade.
Oh yeah, I forgot the most important tool in making noodles is a slipper.
Yeah. Listen, didn't we establish that that's his Eldu's secret ingredient, right? Like it's all connecting.
No, his feet.
Like that was a bit,
not the slipper.
Yeah. So you need to remove the slipper so you can put the feet in.
It's
easy access.
It's how you have to peel the foot.
You have to peel.
The slipper is the foot rind. Oh God, this is getting worse. Just continue.
You make marmalade out of feet.
I didn't stop. Just continue.
You said it. You said rind. These are all bits you're creating.
Yeah, you're making it worse. We're both. You're complicit.
I am complicit. There's no room for a person to write in there.
You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something.
I think I figured out one of our 4 pieces of evidence. In order to make room for the stand, some things will have to be.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any proof that someone could have hidden in the stand?
Some things will have to be. And it's just Trucy, just like, oh yeah, I'll be quiet. I won't finish this statement.
I mean, like, is she even supposed to be in here? Like, I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand.
The balls that were left in the Maractus Clinic.
But
is it that one, or do we have multiple balls?
We don't have multiple balls. We just had that one ball.
I think it has to be that one. It was, but like, it's not. Doesn't say anything that it was left at the Maractus Clinic.
I'm gonna go with it.
But they were.
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune's noodle stand. I just said noodle.
Look at these.
3, arguably 4 times in one sentence.
3, arguably 4 times.
I mean,
you count backwards as
an
iteration of it. I get it.
Yes, and what about it?
We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic.
Those big SpongeBob energy.
Okay.
I just like it. Just like in the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. It's like
I didn't think it was that nasally, but okay.
It wasn't that nasally, but I'm saying like my brain immediately thought of an episode where SpongeBob and Patrick
says in the lobby of the Maractus Clinic.
Well, they hide something, like at night, like like it was like that same energy, like panty raid. It's like panty raids, like in this case. This is just that SpongeBob episode.
Brought to you by Raid Shadow Legend. Panty
No.
Raid Shadow Legend.
Panty Raid Shadow Legends. I'd play that one.
I mean, yeah, because that would be gacha trash.
It would be gacha
It'd be
trash.
gacha waifu trash.
Yes.
A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic.
Mr. Aldun is very clear about those bowls. Oh no, we lost you. Okay, you're back.
Without that stand, I'm finished. Did you get everything else?
No. That's fine.
Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. So weird to have to say that line 3 times in a row, but we live and we learn.
That's what happens when you disappear.
Yeah. All my noodle bowls were in there too.
I feel like you just get hit by a random banishment spell.
Yeah. Whoever's DMing this campaign really does not want me to just reach my full potential a bit.
Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. Wait, you're saying his pickup lines are lies? I mean, I'd assume his pickup lines were complimenting you. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like he was being very genuine.
Are you implying that his pickup lines are actually like negging? Because I don't care about defending him then.
I love how little those feet are. They're so tiny. It's like you probably can't even do anything because they're so little. It's like it must be so hard for you to actually accomplish anything meaningful in life.
Man, like, I'm so glad you just bound your feet for years for me.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you quit your job so you're not contributing any more financially to this relationship. I love that about you.
I would like
is that good negging? I was going to say, I don't know if that's good negging or not.
I mean, I've never been negged, so...
yeah, right. Me neither. I'm going to have to ask Alcred to neg me a couple of times tonight just to see what it feels like.
I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent... I'll show you a fairy tale. Wait, what? Show me an innocent... What?
Show me an innocent.
This had somehow had real big, I could be your angel or your devil.
Yeah, literally, I could be your
energy.
angel or your demon. Yeah. Ugh. Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. The judge is just like...
In any case...
Not acknowledging that one. We're glossing over that one, man.
Well, I don't even know what the typo was there. I'm, not sure. Show me...
Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. I love that. I might get that tattooed.
Dude, no! So don't! That's a bad life choice.
Just right here. Show me an innocent.
You're not even gonna remember what it's from in 10 years.
It's gonna be very funny.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus.
That was negging. I felt that, Judge. Thank you for providing that.
Thank you. You give me lots of opportunities for that.
More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale.
Why is she suddenly obsessed with fairy tales? This is not in her character.
Also, that's weird to say a trial's a fairy tale. What does that even mean?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Then please pull 100%. Us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. And give you one last chance to explain yourself.
This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. This is the last testimony of this case, by the way.
Oh, we might actually finish tonight.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin our cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. Are we gonna have to perceive? Oh, yeah, no, we will. Should we do the normal pressing, or do you just want to try to perceive?
Is it literally this statement that we have to perceive?
It could be anywhere. Does she play with a ring anywhere?
I didn't see her play with a ring there.
I don't know if she does it in the big image. I don't think we get punished for clicking perceive. I think we get back out. And this is where she's doing the right pose. I don't know why she would be lying here.
Yeah, keep going.
Let me just save. I'm also not sure if maybe we do need to press. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, keep going. Okay. Okay.
She also might have a different tick now. I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it'd be weird. It's gonna be hard to perceive everything because like it's so minuscule.
I just kind of looked, and do you want like a hint that might help then for the future, knowing how this works?
Sure.
She won't necessarily be doing the same pose to perceive, so it doesn't have to be that same playing with the ring.
She's not fiddling on her ring this time around. She's not necessarily doing that.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, well, let me read the statements. Maybe like the statements.
So, like, which one of them do you think most likely would be a lie? There's 4 truths and a lie. So
that night I went to ask Dr. Master for a charge. I believe that. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataka family's hand. I believe that. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. I believe that. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. I believe that. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. That would be the only one that's sketchy, right? All I did was talk to him. Like she could have done more. But now we just gotta see what the tick is. So I gave up.
Does she do something with his hand? I'm watching over here.
Oh. Yeah, I guess, yeah. But you're right, that wasn't happening in the big picture. Here again, and it's the neck pulling. All I did was talk to him.
She's trying to like rub her hickey.
Oh, it's not her hickey. She got strangled. She's covering the strangulation mark from the Tiffany lamp.
Huh. But then why'd she put lipstick on it?
I think it might be blood.
I don't know. It had kind of a lippy pattern.
It did have kind of a lippy pattern. Maybe she was wearing a bright lip that day. She's just feeling fun and flirty.
All I did was talk. And lie? What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. They cough it all up. The cough up queen. Sorry.
The cough up queen.
The proof is you, Miss Tiala. I'm gonna put you in the evidence file. Slips Tiala into pocket.
Slips Tiala into pocket.
All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? I don't stream. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf, which you didn't have as a habit until literally just now. What? What? Also, it's one time she did it. Is that a habit? This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. 2 dots? What?
Habits and lies, 2 dots.
Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened.
Is it the lamp? Brother, I require lamp.
What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. It's not the only thing that was killing you. Very well. The answer is simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf.
And that's how I won the game. Oh, I forgot that I voiced him. This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. I don't want to say unrelated. You can't order me to remove my clothing. I also wouldn't call a scarf clothing, but okay. It's an accessory.
Yeah.
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Also, a scarf isn't clothing. Please, remove your scarf.
No. No! I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala?
Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Are you into that kind of stuff? Because, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Something did happen at the night of the Maractus Clinic. You need to get that chart back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it.
But wait. Look, you have this lamp in the witness's neck. It looks like the very opposite happened.
Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. That made me very uncomfortable.
That's very uncomfortable.
The heck was that?
Order!
As far as breakdowns are concerned, that was a very weird one.
That was one where I was kind of felt like, actually, can we just not accuse you of murder? I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah.
Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. At gunpoint. Oh, did I leave that part out? That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. You can do it.
Looking like my clinic has seen its last patient.
You have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you can save your own skin.
What?
I know what you're up to. You want to deal with the family.
And if they see the chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I am going down, I want some company. You!
And what happened next? You didn't introduce it?
He jumped at her.
He jumped
he's Mario.
He jumped on me and knocked me to the floor. And I dropped all my coins.
Her. Got 100 points, you know.
Then he took that cord. Just like Mario does, he started strangling me. You okay?
I'll be okay. Oh, Mario. Oh, man.
Pale Mario was serious, deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. It was kind of hot. I must have blacked out.
You gotta be careful. You gotta make sure that you take some breaths in between sessions. Oh, Mario being
I was gonna say, did Mario teach you that to take breaths?
Oh my gosh, Mario being into erotic asphyxiation is the funniest. Deep lore. Oh, that's so funny.
Peach isn't though. That's why she keeps going to Bowser.
Yeah, she's like, Bowser, he's trying to get me to do it again. He's being so weird.
It's like, don't worry. I like it. I'll deal with it.
Yeah, don't worry, baby. I'll do it for him. I'll choke him, and then he'll leave you alone. It's like, oh, thank you, sweetie.
So you were the victim.
And the red spot on the coat was your lipstick.
Wait, it was lipstick. Ah,
yeah.
I thought you were trying to say it was blood.
Her... Yeah, right. Like they really should have given her a bold red lip in her design, so we could have put two and two together.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There. Are you happy now?
It's like,
not particularly. Like,
not particularly. Yeah. I could be happier, honestly.
I mean, like, yeah, this might help my case, but I also had to watch your like chest piece flap in a.
That flapping chest piece is unnerving. I will be honest.
I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? How could I? Ah!
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened to the Maractus Clinic. It would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I got so nervous just thinking of it, it's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, if you were also a victim, then I'll let all the charges be dropped. Case closed.
Yeah, that's how crime works.
This
you
court
committed against you. All the other crimes you committed are null and void.
This court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't know what to think anymore, Paula. I mean, is that it?
Wait, Trucy, is that why you wear a scarf? Is that why you called Mr. Right Daddy?
She's only 14!
Yeah, let's drop that joke and go on.
Yeah! Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well, this finishes the cross-examination of this.
Oh, not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now, we rock!
What?
The specs on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Oh, I can go all the way. Wait, what?
Prosecutor Gavin.
Paul Maractus Chocolita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
Will surprise you. Will shock you.
I invented clickbaits, don't you know? He's right. There is more we don't know. I want to click on that article and read more about it.
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark.
Yeah, she was.
She would have been out for a while.
Yeah, she was.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Are you saying Paul Maractus choked her with the noodles?
I mean, if they're elastic enough.
It's all the salt.
Yeah.
Alita Tiala, half dead. Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. Also, you can't be half dead. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
Death, there's not a measurement of, like... It's not like...
You're either alive or
it's an analog statement. It's not a spectrum.
Yeah.
And a bullet fired from the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? You might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
It's the Alita Tiala, as you can see. We're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin?
Me? Fräulein, I only wish to know the truth.
Well, let's go back over what we learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki. So she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him.
I mean, at the end of the day, Waki's still gonna get off with attempted murder, though. Like...
Yeah. In order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. Remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Maractus?
That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime?
Okay, he's a very shitty doctor, though, if he thought she was dead. Like,
yeah, right.
Check their pulse? I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and from the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next.
Well, I wouldn't say he was good, but okay.
Well, a forehead? Care to guess?
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do?
Why are you asking me? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next?
He shoved her into the cart, right? Is that what he did? But, like, what's evidence of that?
I don't know. Do we just do the noodle stand?
I don't know if that's the correct answer.
I
guess so, yeah.
As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand. What, killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy?
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place.
Ah, wait, you don't mean...
I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse? Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you.
His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy. Then let's think about it. Logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kitaki?
I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. A spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand. Tell me why? Tell me why would someone go to a dead end?
Tell me why.
Unless his park was his destination. I almost got it. What?
Yeah, it was good.
I didn't think through my syllable pacing.
Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus is heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging that stand?
The garbage can!
Where? Did you have to shove the corpse in the garbage can? That's hilarious. To dump her in the river? Is that a thing?
We have tries.
There, that's a river. And a desert. And a dry land.
A river in a dry land.
Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why.
That one I remember. The perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
He didn't have any other options, Fraulein.
I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then the denouement? Denouement. Apollo knows French. And then the denouement.
Yeah, I thank Lemony Snicket for teaching me how to pronounce that word.
Mr. Snicket.
Mr. Snicket's my father. Call me Lemony. And by Lemony, I mean the taste that one gets in the bitterness of one's throat when one feels like an oncoming doom is about. Like, yeah, I love that about that. Just like he just starts explaining things in like the most depressing way possible.
I never finished the series. I should at some point.
You should.
I remember
giving.
I think I remember there was one part where there was a page that was just like really, 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 really like of her whole page.
I believe it. The Lemony Snicket books were fantastic.
Wesley Stickler of panty snatching fame walks up because you were wearing panties, and he sensed them. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant,
kablamo.
The walls of the cart just flew into the sky, and then you shot him. So I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you.
Well, Miss Tiala.
Nice work. You mean I'm right? Oh, I was just guessing. I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook.
You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts.
You're the one who was dreaming when you were choked out. I don't know, do you dream?
No, because you black out. And I don't think you dream when you black out.
Okay.
I believe. Don't quote me on it.
If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park?
Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Whereof what? What's whereof? What is that word?
I mean, Gavin would know about gaping holes, wouldn't he?
I can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Just true, Prosecutor Gavin.
Must I always be the one to point out Airforehead's errors?
Maybe there really is something.
I believe the phone line speaks of a doctor's car.
His car? That's right, the Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In what sat? In what shat? A green sports car, was it?
Somebody pooped on a green sports car? Oh no.
That's why it's green.
Oh no.
Wait, does not everybody else have green poops? Oh.
Why would he steal a stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a cause.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car.
Well, yes, I've nearly forgotten about it. Because it's not relevant to this case.
Afterwards, he drove it back to the garage. It ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car,
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead.
Wow, you're getting really rude. No. No!
He doesn't even have a particularly large forehead.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's because he doesn't have, like, bangs or anything.
Order, order, order. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body?
Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
What? Clavier, what are you doing? You, like, won. Everything I've learned?
Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night.
Well,
okay, so there's an option that somebody else stole the stand, but that's not. I don't feel like that's correct. Then obviously we've already established that the car didn't run. Wait, maybe. And then he carried the body in the car would make sense because the body was in the thing. I think the car just didn't run because after he had dropped it off, panty snatching dude Stickler shoved Trucy's panties in the exhaust pipe, so then the car probably didn't want to turn on.
Will it not turn on if you plug the exhaust pipe?
It should. It should.
Like, I would assume it just, like, back up the exhaust into the car, which would be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it should run. If anything, yeah. It might even just, like, blow the panties out, because unless, like, they're, like, shoved in super tight, like, it's, like, wadded in there, which I don't know.
I mean, those are some big panties.
Yeah, that's what I said. It depends on the size of the panties.
I have an idea. It's all coming together. It's all according to Kikaku?
Keikaku, yeah.
Keikaku.
Good reference. Keikaku means plant.
You don't get to do the full meme.
But you gotta do the full meme.
That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Now you make even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put 1 and 1 together and you get 2. I mean, the explanation is simple.
If it's so simple, perhaps you could show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night.
The panties.
The panty raid.
Panty raid.
Let's see now. Panties again! God damn it!
It's like what's for dinner today, honey? Panties again. All sorts of things come out of my panties.
I don't want to know. You're illegal.
Even the truth.
Okay, now I kind of want to know.
Another crime was committed the night of the murder. Night of the mortar. The thief of these panties, latest in a string of similar thefts. Oh my god. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually.
Take your time, F-head. We are all here for you. We support you.
But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. We're like at the end, so I really don't want to stop here because it'd be so weird. Because we literally just did the last choice. There's nothing left for choices in this case.
Case to the finish.
A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them?
Why? Weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you're here investigating? And I was on my way home, but my hog gave up the ghost.
Your hog?
My motorcycle won't start. I clog exhaust pipe. Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. See, the game literally told us earlier and we just forgot.
My, how interesting. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. Why would it have that for no reason if it wasn't relevant? While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What?
That's why Dr. Maractus had to use a noodle stand. It was the closest thing he could think of.
Okay, according to carparts.com, if the exhaust obstruction is severe enough, the engine may even stall or refuse to start. So, yeah, that's a thing. It can, if it's blocked enough, then it will stall out. It was gonna bug me, so I checked.
That's fair.
Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where am I? So dark. Can't see. Stop!
I didn't have to say it. I didn't have to say it.
I didn't remember it. You did that.
I didn't even have to say it.
Yeah, but I was like, wait, why do you let... Oh.
That's the power of comedy.
No, that's just your aura.
Am I a paladin? I just have like bit aura, you know, people but characters, whatever. What is it? Party members 5 feet around me can sense my bits before I say them.
Basically, I guess I'm a party member, so.
Yeah.
So dark, can't see, cramped, the pain, my throat's burning.
What is the problem?
You, Doc, you know what you did.
Did you forget? Oh!
Waki? You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man.
Wait, let me explain.
Fine. I'll give you your last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It is not me.
No. I'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Oh, that's kind of hot.
Ladies.
Seize.
You know what Chad JV's into.
Seize this at what? Who said seize this at once?
Silhouettes. It's Stickler. Seize this at once. Remember?
Silhouettes. I mean, I played the Rub Rabbits Field of Magic X5XX, so yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I know that that's an unattainable level of beauty.
Listen,
but, you know,
I've seen some very sick Field of Magic cosplays, so they exist. Look them up.
They exist. Look them up. Another one of my top bits.
But they do exist. I've don't even remember how I must have looked for them because I don't know how I otherwise would have stumbled on them. But I don't know why I would have looked up Field of Magic cosplays.
Oh, we know why you would have looked at them. We know. It's called Rub Rabbits, Chat JV. We know why you were looking them up.
It's not any different. They're silhouettes. It was probably, I just sometimes look up some cosplay just because I'm like, there's no way somebody figured out how to cosplay this particular thing because it's so weird. So I look it up and there's always...
Oh, now I want to see if people
true.
have done Rhythm Heaven.
Probably.
That'd be fun.
Like, I've yet to look up a cosplay and not found any results. So...
Bum.
Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad. I'm going to jail now.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use the public forum to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape. Which is when he left that Slipper Print. Slipper Print is my favorite early Switch game. It's a great co-op.
Are you talking about Snipper Clips?
Yes. Listen, It was clever. You got it. You understood it.
Yeah, I got it.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother to take my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in the paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was killing him. Oh, I didn't mean to press. Was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Well, fuck you too. Hey? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. I mean, we got the client innocent. If anyone would get Waki declared guilty, it was you. Oh. Really, I thought you would suck bad enough to fumble this case.
believe we reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Mr. Alita Tiala doing?
She's confessed to everything. We are processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago.
Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know.
I'm glad my memory goes back 5 minutes.
Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
He lost, but I didn't exactly win either.
Something's the matter, Airforehead?
Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty.
He had it coming.
We're still paying Gumshoe, by the way.
I use different color glitter this time. Oh, paper.
Court is adjourned.
I know, Judge, you told me not to use glitter last time. I apologize.
It's a shame we're literally never going to see him again. Unless, I guess, they localize investigations too.
Yeah. Great job, Apollo. You did it.
Yeah, we did somehow.
Milwaukee's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he always wanted to be.
You missed,
And he has you to think.
Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, homies. Holmes.
Or to blame, I guess.
You give my Alita back. Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish.
This is you, I
I
think.
think this is the dad.
Big Wins Kataki or whatever.
The dad?
Big Wins
Or the
Kataki.
mom?
I think it's the dad.
Enough.
I don't think the mom fits in the doors.
Rude.
It's too tall. But this mountain of a man,
Ugh, I want that apron.
he doesn't use the door. He just smashes through the wall.
That's such a cute little fox.
Ah, Mr. Kataki. It looks like an Animal Crossing character.
It does. Oh, they should have like a little Animal Crossing character. I mean, they have Red, so I guess, but like a villager that's like a little fox
They've got to have a fox villager.
with a leaf on its head.
Well, not with a leaf
I don't know
on
if
its
they
head.
do or not. Well, they do have foxes. At least in one, Shino is like a fox demon. But like, I don't know if they have regular foxes.
I mean, weirdly,
Your eyes, Walkie.
this actually more reminds me of the villager that's like a fruit. It's like a orange or something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure I could find it in like a second. Animal Crossing fruit villager.
There's a ton of fruit villagers.
Here's this list, the one based on foods. There it is. No, they basically have that. That's tangy. It's not quite a fox,
Cat. Yeah.
but
Tangy
same
with
pointy,
tangerine.
literally those same pointy ears with a leaf on the center.
I guess. I just feel like Tangy's like cursed.
What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you
Yeah, it
opened
has, like-
yours.
Has like all the holes on its face.
I mean, we all have
From
holes
that.
on our face, but take that how you will. There's a couple ways it could.
Gross.
What? I meant like it could mean like nostrils and mouth and eyes, or you could mean like pores.
Yeah.
I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up the life trying to become some kind of businessman?
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie. I'm afraid the guard is gonna throw them both out.
Not in jail. Wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help him out. You know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money? Maybe we should tell Waki. Oh, Waki, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. What's that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman?
Is it to pay for the surgery costs? Well,
What should we present?
the checkup report or the chart, I guess, whatever. The thing that says he has a bullet in his heart.
I don't think the...
That one.
Yeah, sure. Think about it, Waki. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. She's cute.
It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
I love how you've alternated back and forth with two voices with her.
Did I?
Yeah.
I just forget, and I get.
Sometimes you do like a scratchy voice, and sometimes you do like that voice.
Oh yeah, I think I did it because when she gets like big mafia energy.
She doesn't mean you aren't really, are you? I don't think we've seen the sprite of him.
No, it's like very Naruto Uzumaki. I searched the globe and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Waki. But it's an expensive procedure.
Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I won't use it.
Hmm?
It was the gangster's life that did this to you, Waki. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Oh, there are eyebrows.
I said it eventually would be revealed.
Oh, I thought it was just like darkened eyes. He's had his eyes closed this entire time. Please understand, Waki.
Dad? Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for...
Waki?
That's a good old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then I'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
My Waki. No, it's as it should be.
Mr. Kitaki. I liked him more without the big puppy dog eyes.
Really? I kind of like him with the puppy dog eyes. He's a little cutie.
Like, he was scary the other way, Apollo.
Yeah. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you.
Who, me? I don't think...
Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kitaki lime pie.
He's opening a pie shop?
So long.
Made out of real Kitaki.
Made out of fake limes and real Kitakis.
And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, we made a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Huh? Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her.
Big earthbound energy.
Earthbound final boss. I guess all the battles do that.
Yeah, all the battles have swirly patterns.
But I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Fuck you, Phoenix.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Oh, I had to claim our reward from Mr. Aldoon.
Ah, salty noodles. Right. You got a stand back already?
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Oh, it's special, all right. Please, anything but him.
Bing, bing, beady, bing, beady, ding, beady.
And turnabout corner, we completed. Cool.
Whoop, whoop.
Next time we actually can start a new trial. A trial that you've never seen before.
At all, yeah. Completely new characters, new environments. I'm looking forward to it.
New mechanics.
Yeah, it becomes a first-person shooter out of nowhere.
Oh, hi.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, that's kind of spoilery, but okay. I'll just put it on that screen.